Hi everybody, I hope you're all well. Welcome to this stretch session. I'm going to take you through some stretches and I'll just instruct you all the way, so we're going to hopefully flow from one exercise to the other. Okay, I would like you to sit with some length in front of you. I'm going to keep turning around so that you can see what I'm doing, get a better view of what I'm doing. But unless I tell you to turn around or whatever, you just stay facing the same way all the time. Okay, so if you have got a mat or you're on a towel, or it doesn't matter if you're not, then I'd like you to sit on the end of the mat with the rest of the mat facing forward in front of you. Okay, but I am going to start with myself facing this way, so again, just so that you can see exactly what I am doing. I'm just going to move that way, not that way. Okay, are we ready then? Okay, so let's sit with our legs crossed. All right, let's straighten our back and let's lengthen our neck, stretch our head up to the ceiling, just close our eyes for a little bit. Try and get some space between our ear and our shoulder. Nice straight back, sit up nice and tall, and just relax for a few seconds. Just have your hands in your lap or on your knee, whichever's comfy for you. Take some deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, I'm going to raise our head to the ceiling and bring our chin back down to our chest. Take our head back up to the ceiling and our chin back down to the chest. One more time, look up at the ceiling and back down on the chest. Come back to centre. Alright, you can look to your left, come back to centre and look to your right and centre. Again, left, centre, right, centre. One more time, left, centre and right and centre. Okay, this time with excuse me. Going to circle our head, leading with our nose. Big circles. And back the other way. So leading with our nose again. And back to centre, well done. Take our hands by our side. Take your left arm, take it out to the side, up and over for a side stretch. Bring our hand back and go the other way. So out to the side, up and over. And back. Okay, good to rotate out the way. So we're just going to take our hand behind us. One hand goes just behind our bottoms, the other hand on our knee. Just to support us, keeping a nice straight back, nice and tall. And just twist and look behind you. come back to centre and let's take it to the other side. And come back to centre. Okay, I'm just going to turn around so I'm facing down the length of the mat. You should already be in that position. Okay, just push through your crossed legs into tabletop position. Okay, shoulders nicely above our wrists and our hips above our knees. And you're going to tuck your head under and you're going to pull your hips under. So tilt your pelvis and you're going to push away from the floor with our hands and our knees, as if we're trying to get our backs to the ceiling. And then we're going to arch our back in the opposite direction, lift our head up. And then round our backs again, tucking everything under. Push away. And then arch the back. And round the back again, tuck everything under. Always pushing away with our hands and knees away from the floor. And arching our back. And one more time, rounding the back, tucking everything under, and arching the back, and lifting our head. Okay, come back to centre position, give our bodies just a little bit of a wiggle, so nice and neutral. Okay, we're going to what's called thread the needle. So I'm going to take my right hand, and I'm going to thread it under my left hand, as far as I can reach, dropping my right shoulder, and dropping my head to the floor, stretching my left hand out in front. Just close your eyes and relax here. And bringing that right arm back through as if you're unthreading yourself. Pop your hands down back in the mat, so you're on your mat so that you're in tabletop position. You're going to start. You're going to take your left hand, thread it under your right hand, stretch as far as you can, dropping the left shoulder to the mat, taking your right hand out in front of you, drop your head, close your eyes. And again, unthread yourself, bringing your hands back to the mat so that you are in neutral position, in tabletop position. Okay, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to twist at the waist as far as you can. Follow with your head and look to the ceiling. And bring it back down. I'm going to go again. Twist and rotate. And back down. And twist again. And back down. Let's go again. Twist. And back down. One more time. And back down. Okay, let's go to do the left hand side as well. So rotate, lifting the arm, rotating at the waist. And back down. Follow with your head. Let's go again, twist. And back down. Again, twist, follow with your head. And again. And back down. And one more time. And back down. Well done. Okay, let's take our right leg, straighten it out behind us. Just pop your toes on the floor. And just rock very gently, backwards and forwards. Okay, take the left leg up behind you, nice and straight. Bring your knee under towards your nose and hold. Take it back out behind you again, high, and then as you come through, tuck your knee back under, but take your foot straight through into a leg lunge. Okay, I want you to sit down, sink down towards the mat. To your left leg should be getting the left hip, getting a good stretch here. Sink down as far as comfortable. Okay, just push back on the front leg, sitting up tall. Take your left arm over to the side. And bring it back down. Take your both arms up to the ceiling, put a small bend in the back, look up to the ceiling. And bring your hands back down to the floor. Take both hands onto the inside of your foot. Take your foot out to the side, keeping it straight. We're going to sit back on the left leg and come forward. And sit back and forward. Sit back on your left leg as far as comfortable. And one more. And forward. Okay, take your right leg to join your left leg. Back on the mat. Back on tabletop position. This time you're going to take your left leg out behind you. Just tuck your toes under. And we're going to rock backwards and forwards on that foot. Feeling a nice stretch around your ankles, in your calf, ball of your foot. Okay, take that left leg straight out behind you, lift up behind, bring the knee under towards your nose, tuck it under nice and tight and hold it. Okay, take it back up behind you nice and straight, and as you bring that knee back through, take it right through into a forward lunge. Sink your hips down to the mat. This time it's your right hip. Have it getting a nice big stretch and hold it there. Keep breathing all the way through this. Gentle breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, just push back on that forward leg and sit up. Nice and tall. Okay, you're going to take your right arm this time, bend it over the left side, take it over to the left side, so not bend it, take it over to the left side, and feel a stretch down your right side. Okay, bring the arm back down to your side, this time take both arms up to the ceiling. Put a light small arch into your back, Look up at the ceiling. And bring your arms back down to the mat, taking your hands down to the inside of your foot and take your foot out to the side and sit back on your right heel. Flex the foot and we're going to sit backwards and forwards. That's one. Sit back onto the back foot, onto your heel again, up and back down. And one more, sit back onto the heel. Back up, bring that leg, your left leg, round to you, the mat to join your right leg in tabletop position. Okay, next time I want you to tuck your toes under and you want to drive your hips up to the ceiling, dropping your head between your hands and pushing your chest towards your thighs. Bend your knees if you need to be able to push further towards the mat, further to your chest, further towards your legs. Okay, I want you to pretend you're walking on your feet. Okay, so giving our balls of our feet a little massage here. And nice stretch at the back of our ankles, stretching our Achilles tendon, stretching our calf muscles. Okay, keep your feet still now, just again, hold that position, pushing your chest and your head further between your hands, further between your arms. Come out into plank position, drop your knees, back into tabletop position on all fours. Okay, and then as gently as you can, just fine, make your own way into seated position. Okay, sitting on your mat, sit towards the front of your mat, legs out nice and straight. Let's sit nice and tall, shoulders back and down, stretch our necks, try and take our head to the ceiling. We're going to take our arms out to the side. I want you just to twist to the right. Come back to centre, twist to the left. Come back to centre, twist to the right. And centre, and back to the left. And centre, bring our hands out in front of us. Okay, I want to slowly roll back, very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Until you're laid on the floor, arms stretched out behind you, feet stretched out in opposite direction, as if something's pulling you in opposite directions. Okay, let's rotate or circle our wrists. And the other way. Let's do our ankle. And the other direction. Let's take our right leg up to the ceiling, taking hold of it behind the calf muscle, the calf muscle yet, or the thigh muscle. Never please pull it by your knee joint, just pull it up towards you. Okay, draw your left knee in, keeping your foot on the floor. Catch your right ankle. Take hold of the left thigh and pull towards you. I want you to rock from left to right. This time I want you to rock a little bit further to the left, and you may feel a little bit of increase in intensity in your right glute. If you find it, just hold it there. Pull your thigh further towards you to intensify it even more, and hold it there in that stretch there. And bring it back to centre. Okay, release that leg, straighten the right leg out, lift the left leg up to the ceiling, and again take it behind the thigh or the calf and just gently ease it towards you. Draw your right knee up, keeping the foot on the floor. Catch the left ankle. Take hold of the right thigh. Pull it towards you. And just rock left to right. And so if you rock to your right, just a little bit further over, pulling the leg towards your chest, you might feel an extra tense spot in your left glute. When you find it, just keep moving till you find it. When you find it, hold it there. Pull your knee close to your chest. And bring back to centre, taking both legs out and straight in front of you. Okay, so again, bring your feet up, bend your knees, keeping your feet on the floor. Tip your pelvis, the small of your back's on the floor. I want you to lift the lower leg, half of your leg from the knee up, so we have a 90-degree angle here. Okay. What we're going to do, I want you to drop those knees over to the right side, as they are. Okay, having our arms stacked on top of each other. I want you to take the top arm and over to the behind you and bring it back. And again, take the top hand over the top to behind you and back again to stack it on top of your right hand. And let's go again. And back. Okay, bring your knees, use your abs to bring your knees back to centre. Still keeping that 90-degree angle. Take it over to the other side with your arms over to the same side, stacked on top of each other. Take the top hand, rotate it behind you, twist it in the waist, and bring it back. And again, take it behind you. And back, stacking it on top of the left hand. Let's take it up and over to behind you again. And back to starting position. Let's bring our knees back to centre. Okay, I want you to cross your legs. Take hold of your feet, or your socks, or your leggings, and pull them towards your glutes, your bottom. Pull them in nice and tight. Now if you can, and it doesn't matter if you can't, if you can, when you start rocking, I'll show you in a second, into seated position. Now if you find this too difficult, I'd just like you to find your own way to seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, so pull our feet close to our bottom, lift our head. And we start. One more. Rocking until we sit up. Well done if you did that. If not, just get yourself into seated position. I'm going to move to the back of my mat. Okay, and I am going to drive forward through my crossed legs to the front of the mat, and I'm going to take my little thighs and my hips down and my chest to the floor. And then I'm just going to push my chest off the floor, so I've got a slight bend in the back. And hold it here. Drive your hips back. So you're sitting on your heels, taking your knees to the edges of your mat. Drop your head and chest to the floor, hands stretched out in front of you. And let's drive forward again, back into that position. So thighs and chest to the floor, arching the back. Just pushing away from the floor and our chest. If this is uncomfortable in your back, in your lower back, just take yourself further towards the mat again and to where it's comfortable. Only go as far as comfortable. Shouldn't have any pain anywhere. Let's drive our hips back again, back into that child pose. Taking our knees to the edge of the mat, drop our head and chest to the floor again. Take our hips forward. We're going back into neutral, into tabletop position again. So our hips are stacked over our knees. And from this position, I just want you to walk your hands out and drop your chest to the floor and head on the floor again. So this is like a half child pose. So instead of sitting on our heels, we're a bit more upright. Okay, walk our hands back into the mat, sit back on your heels and sit up nice and tall. Okay, let's straighten our back, lengthen our neck again. Okay, and I want you to take our arms back and behind us to open our chest, up to the ceiling, stretch those ribs out, give them a little bit of a wiggle, and back down the middle. Okay, and drive our hands back again, open the chest, up to the ceiling, another little wiggle, and back down to the middle. From here, I want you to take your hands together, push them together, as if they're fighting each other. Push them away. Interlink your fingers, push them out in front of you, up to the ceiling, nice big stretch up to the ceiling, and relax your arms this time as you bring them down. Put those hands together again, push them, they're trying to push each other away. Interlink the fingers, push out and up, big stretch to the ceiling. Relax those hands and shoulders and bring them back down. Okay, let's do that again. Push our hands together, interlink the fingers, push them out in front, up to the ceiling, and back down again. Well done. Okay, let's pop our hands, rest them on our laps. Excuse me. Close your eyes here for a moment. Take some deep breaths again. And in your own time, you can stay here longer if you want to, but in your own time, open your eyes, and there you are. Hopefully you've had a full body stretch, and hopefully if you're doing it in the morning, it'll set you up for the day. Any time of the day, nice big stretch for you. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me, and see you soon.